United States Postal Service is a huge organization with a huge history. This $1.2 trillion per year industry serves citizens, businesses, and organizations and is responsible for 8.3 million jobs in this country. However, last year the Postal Service had a $7.8 billion loss, and things are continuing to look bleak.
Obviously, the decline is nothing like the Postal Service has ever seen before. Over the past 4 years, the Postal Service has lost 47 billion pieces of mail, with 2009 marking the largest one-year loss in history.
So what is happening? One of the major reasons for the Postal Service's decline is the advancements in technology and how drastically it has affected this agency. At the center of these advancements lies the computer. Other new forms of communication stemming from the computer include email, fax, and most recently, smartphone. These forms of communication all access a network that directly hurts the Postal Service. This network is known as the Internet.
One can email, chat, pay bills electronically, and shop for anything they may need on the Internet without ever having to get up from the computer. Furthermore, the rise of smartphone technology has enabled people to access computers more easily than ever before. The costs of using the Internet are significantly cheaper, and this directly contrasts the cost of the Postal Service, which continues to rise. The number of addresses in the United States continues to rise, which means more delivery costs. However, the Postal Service continues to raise salaries and benefits, therefore making it even more difficult to compete with the private sector.
So we can see that the Postal Service is struggling. But what do these struggles look like for a postal worker?
So, Mr. Brewer, how long have you been working currently for the United States Postal System?
27 years, 28 January.
I know a lot of us nowadays are able to do things online through cell phones, through computers. I mean, how do you think that has changed over time? Because back in 1985, no one had laptops and cell phones. How do you think that's shifted?
Oh, it's quite a bit. When I first started, I could go up to a townhouse box. It's called a cluster box. I carried our mail measured in increments of a foot, and it'd be 2 foot of just letter mail for one cluster box. Now you're lucky if you got 6 inches because of all the online bill paying, stuff like that. People have gone that route to pay their bills instead of putting them in, trusting through the mail. The post office is still one of the people voted it the most responsible and most trusted agency of the United States government.
And what do you think the differences are, though, that in this technology? Maybe it might be a little quicker, maybe to go online or something like that. But what do you think are the main differences of these electronic forms versus physical mail in the hand?
They've gone to the automation part of it. The electronics is less people are needed now for us, but it's quicker to pay your bills online than it is take a letter, drop it in the mailbox. Depending on where it goes across the United States, 1 day to 5 days to get there. You can do it, boom, it's paid in 5 minutes.
Right, but there's so many laws that protect people from opening other people's mail and all this, and like you said, it's so protected and safe. And there's so many hackers out there online now, and are people just that relaxed with the internet that they're willing to put their security as far as their financial or social security numbers and everything, they're going to be willing to put that at risk?
Some people are. I still pick up mortgage payments and stuff. They've got computers, but they won't pay their bills online.
Right. And last question, sir, how do you see the future of the United States Postal System?
If there's not a turnaround right now, we're struggling right now, that we need to make a lot of changes to start turning a profit.
What changes do you think need to be made for it to be successful?
Right now, they're proposing, Postmaster General wants to cut at least another 100,000 jobs. He does not want to fire anybody, lay anybody off. He wants to do it through retirement. They're trying to offer incentives for people to retire early. And that way, that it's easier on the employees instead of saying, coming into work saying, hey, tomorrow's your last day, you're fired.